Are you an innovative entrepreneur or business owner ready to embrace the future of business transformation?
The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's crucial to adapt and pivot towards success in this dynamic landscape. At the Hello LLC, we are dedicated to guiding you through this transformative journey, offering a comprehensive suite of services that extend beyond the metaverse and 3D immersive experiences.
Our mission is to empower businesses and brands by assisting them in building, branding, systemizing, and automating their operations. We specialize in steering businesses from a two-dimensional existence to a thriving three-dimensional presence, where opportunities abound.
We help businesses harness the power of technology to work smarter, not harder, enabling them to operate efficiently and stay ahead of the curve. Our diverse range of services includes:
Our Biz in a Box is a complete business solution package designed to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. From strategic planning to digital infrastructure, we've got you covered. Your one app, one tap solution.
Our Motion Work AI videos transform your brand storytelling with our cutting-edge AI-driven video production, captivating your audience like never before.
Our 3D VR environments will step you into the future of immersive experiences. With our custom 3D virtual reality environments that engage and captivate your customers.
Lastly, in our Pivot membership program, we offer tailored guidance and support to either show you, teach you, or take care of the transformation process for you.
According to a 2023 study by Fundera, a staggering 28% of small businesses in the United States do not have an online presence. This statistic underscores the importance of embracing digital transformation. Having a website is more than just an online presence, it's a gateway to unlocking numerous benefits, including reaching a broader audience, showcasing your products or services, generating leads and sales, establishing trust, providing customer support, and maintaining competitiveness within your industry.
The Hello LLC is committed to helping you excel in all these aspects of modern business, not just limited to the metaverse alone.
Why should you choose the Hello LLC to navigate this transformational journey?
By partnering with us and harnessing cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, reduce operational costs, and enhance brand recognition, all while working with a company that holds integrity in high regard. Our commitment to ethical and principled business practices ensures that your journey towards success is not only innovative, it is also firmly rooted in trust and transparency.
Don't wait. Take the first step towards a brighter business future. Contact us today to explore how we can support you in developing a remarkable digital presence and immersive experience that will leave a lasting impression.
And welcome everybody to the amazing Hello LLC Hack the Future AI Metaverse FinTech on this amazing Tuesday. You guys know the drill. We're always going to be bringing the most advanced conversations to you guys with AI, with FinTech, with, of course, Metaverse. And today's amazing conversation is business meets play, how gamification drives results. And if you don't know what gamification is, my friends, gamification is not just about selling your business. It's about engagement. It's about retention. It's about creating experiences that people want to be a part of. And it's the best way to drive engagement is gamification. It's not just a buzzword. It is actually scientifically, factually backed approach that takes this human psychology, leveraging competition, rewards, interactive experiences to create a deeper customer-employee engagement, drive sales, and enhancing learning from companies like Nike, Starbucks, and so many other companies that we'll talk about in the future. And it brings fun. And if you guys all remember, I remember, right, going to Subway, going to your favorite Dairy Queen, or going to, your favorite restaurant where you get that little card and you'd have to get so many stamps and you get one free. That was just the beginning of gamification and how this all has evolved, especially utilizing this metaverse, especially utilizing this immersive experience. And you guys have been utilizing this gamification for quite some time. And if you don't know, I have my amazing other half, Tara, with me, and she's going to be sharing on this topic. But, other than that, guys, you guys definitely enjoy this amazing conversation. Come and join us in the metaverse. You can join from your cell phone. You can join from your laptop. You can join from your iPad and come and be a part of this amazing conversation in the metaverse. And you can ask questions, all of that. But we definitely want to thank all of you that have joined us on our 2D platforms, from Facebook, from LinkedIn, to YouTube, to our Twitch, to X, to Instagram, to our fan base, to our actual chatter app as well. And so before we get this party started, thank you, Michael, for joining us today. As always, Kenneth, Savor the Flavor, is in the building as well. Hey, Kenneth is always sharing and promoting other people's rooms, and this is exactly what we talk about. Collaboration is the new competition. Collaboration is the new currency, and guess what? Collaboration is free. And it's you getting out of your old ways of, I'm gonna do me, you gonna do you, and we're gonna see who gets to the top. Kenneth is definitely one of those people that supports everybody's rooms. So definitely, take a note out of his page and start doing that. We talk about this all the time. We talked about this last week in our social media room, where, if you're wondering why you're not getting love, you're wondering why you're not getting comments on your posts, you're wondering why nobody's sharing your stuff, the question you should be asking, are you doing that to other people? And so you have to give before you can take at the end of the day. So we want to thank Chris for joining us as well. And then we also got some other people. Chris and Kenneth are going back and forth. We greatly appreciate you all joining us in this amazing conversation, and definitely being a part of this amazing topic today when we talk about gamification. And then over here on our chatter side, we got Don Juan. Welcome. You are actually watching us in Metaverse as well. And without further ado, love, what you got?
Well, hello, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. It is a joyous Tuesday. And today we're going over the Hello How-Tos. And today we are talking about, the power of being able to understand gamification. I don't think that people understand how big gamification is. I know several years ago, about 6 to 7 years ago, David and I were having a conversation around marketing. And I said, we have to stop and have a conversation about what we like. What gets your attention about marketing? What captures your attention when somebody does it? And I'll say, let's think of the Candy Crush marketing concept. Candy Crush, you didn't pay, you could pay for some portion of the game to, have different, gems and things like that, or you could play the free version. And the free version had advertisements laid within it, and it would allow you to, play this game to reach a certain level. That gamification of the rewards, doing something for a reward. I'm going to be, honest, guys. We're going to dive into this today, but we all are kindergartners when it comes to games. And what I mean by that is we all like a gold star. We all like to do something and get a reward for it. We have been conditioned to do that because of school. They started you out in grade school where they'd give you blue stars or gold stars, and those stars, equated into something at the end of the week or the quarter, into like a pizza party or something that the whole class got it right. There was a give and take. There was a balance and a reward system. And so that's exactly what gamification is. It is rewarding your community to do something that is going to bring more awareness to what you're doing. So, for instance, you could, a lot of companies right now, BMW is one of them, that is utilizing, Walmart is another one of them, that's utilizing gamification in the metaverse. So you can come in and do something in the relationship to receive some sort of reward. And then you can turn around and turn that reward in, those coins or tokens or whatever, in for gifts or prizes or services. And so gamification is huge for your business. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I love it. But Mr. Jones, before we get started, I'll hand this back over to you so we can dive in a little deeper, and really get into the deets of this.
Yeah. So, somebody asked, what is gamification? Tara just pretty much, answered that for you, Kenneth. But I want to give you guys, the reasons gamification can improve your business. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of you are engaging in gamification right now in some of the businesses. And Tara just used a great example of actually, of Candy Crush. There was actually a company that we'll show you guys here in a little bit. There was a company that took, Candy Crush and turned it into donuts. And you would play Candy Crush with their donuts. And if you won, you would literally, win free donuts. If you shared the game, you would win free donuts. This is a great way to boost customer engagement and an interactive experience, right? And they increase their sales. Yeah, you might buy. How many times have you all won a free?
I'll give you some free
Yeah, exactly, right. How many times have you won a free McGriddle or a free, burger? You just didn't go there for the burger. You end up getting the fries. You end up getting the drinks. You end up spending money, which therefore increased the revenue.
Yeah. I want to jump in. Your sister's birthday was a few weeks ago, and this is a prime example of gamification. Some brands are now allowing you to come in, show your ID, show that it's your birthday, and they have some sort of reward or gift for you. Like, you could go into Bath and Body Works and it'll be some type of lotion. You could go into a restaurant and they might have an appetizer or a birthday drink or something, and you get something for free. And so the thing is because we're a social media society, people are going to go. I've seen tons of people doing this that will go out, get their, show their ID, get their free drink, their free sushi roll, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whatever you're getting. And then they'll do some sort of social media post about it, being like, hey girl, look what I got for my birthday. I got me a free bottle of lotion. I got a free sushi roll and I got a free drink over here. What a great birthday. And that not only helps, build their content creation, but it also builds the fact of that marketing for those brands, because they're bringing, that is the goal. They're gamifying it. That's a portion of gamification. Is it's your birthday? Well, congrats. All you had to do was be born. Come on in and get your free gift. That's gamification. You don't have to play a game in order to earn rewards. You can trade your time. You can trade, anything that companies and brands come up with the marketing campaign of what works for their gamification. Mr. Jones, back to you, Michael.
Yeah, so spot on, Love, right? And even more importantly, as we talk about gamification, you get to enhance learning and training, which is huge. And we continue to talk about, this crusty, dusty 2D Zoom, or, I hear people out there talking about, immersive, environments that is nothing more than, circle cutout on a green screen. That's not immersive. Immersive is AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, or, something of the sort that's immersive, that you're interacting, you're moving around and things of that sort. And so when we talk about, true driving productivity, leaderboards such as challenges, right? We don't talk about competition. We share with people our only competition is time. But let's face it, everybody likes a little competition. Who has this many points? Who's in this place? Who's in that place? That's what we were raised on, was, the scorecard keeping, mentality, encouraging customer loyalty, having point-based rewards, milestones, and achievements. There's this one company that, start putting out this game that, not only gamifying, but also putting these products into the gamification where people can purchase the products and services as well. And so this really creates a whole new way for you to be able to implement and utilize these things, in a fun way. At the end of the day, as Tara talked about, we're all kids at the end of the day, and we like fun and games. And so, strengthening customer retention rates, right? People will stay longer. We've talked about this. Utilizing the metaverse, right? Compared to your social media, people are barely spending, maybe 30 seconds on your social media. When people come into our metaverse, or just in metaverse alone, they're spending an average of 9 minutes. 30 seconds, 9 minutes. I'm in business, you're in business. You do the math. Which one would you rather, right? For people to have 9 minutes to learn about your products and services and what you do. And especially when we talk about, onboarding, when we talk about, competitive human natures, when we talk about increased social media, engagement, it does all of this. And more importantly, what we're going to do is we're going to show this video to you guys that really will be able to help you guys understand just, some of the basics instead of me and Tara. Instead of me and Tara, talking about it, we really want to show to you, why gamification works for businesses. And so here we go, folks. 1 second.
Days when the best way to market a business was through TV ads and direct mail. Today's marketers have far more effective options, including gamification, and they're using them.
Then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit.
In fact, in 2019, in-game marketing was valued at $128 billion around the world. So why is it such a big industry, and what does it mean for your brand? We've broken it down into 5 reasons, starting with engagement. Brand engagement can be a difficult task to master within our noisy digital world. The same old sales pitch just doesn't cut it anymore.
They've moved my desk 4 times.
Gamification, on the other hand, gives your audience a reason to pause, and that reason is fun. Our studies have shown that on average, an avid game hits an 83% engagement rate. This means a snackable experience within a game can allow people to have fun and engage with your brand. At number 4, we have keeping users active. As every content marketer knows, the struggle isn't only to engage customers once, it's to keep them coming back for more. The great news is that Gamify has made it easy with our Gizmo platform. Simply choose your game, customize it without any coding, add a tasty reward, and blast it out to your followers. The best part about Gizmo is its amazing dashboard, which captures your game data, so you can literally track who's returning the play and how long they play for. Number 3, encourage in-depth interaction. Advert games are highly successful in encouraging customers to interact with your brand. For example, we made a game for Donut Pappy with the goal of engaging their local community and increasing visits to their store. The game was simple but incredibly effective and encouraged locals to compete with each other with handwritten leaderboards and free donuts for winners. This campaign increased Donut Pappy's local database by over 520% in 1 month.
Bruh.
If you found this video interesting, please give that like button a little tickle and subscribe to stay in the know. Okay, back to it. Number 2, increased market reach. Whether you're young or old, everybody loves games, so much so that games are currently the most accessible way to reach a wide demographic. According to Forbes, in 2017, mobile gaming accounted for 42% of global gaming revenue. That's over $50 billion in revenue. 80% of smartphone users play games on their phone. Nearly 50% of them play games daily.
Say hello to my little friend!
Putting in approximately 1 to 2 hours of gameplay each day. These numbers show that the market is vast and varied, and when you marry those figures up with the integration of smart devices into daily life, it becomes quite evident that whichever target market a business is aiming for is well within the reach of gamification.
But I kept my swing line stapler.
And at number 1, drum roll please. It's affordable. Gamify's award-winning platform gives brands the ability to create unique branded advert games in minutes, not months. And not only that, it has inbuilt systems that allow brands to keep track of their lead generation, traffic, rewards, leaderboards, and more. But the best part is it's insanely affordable and it's free to try out. Head over to gamify.com/gizmo and give it a try today. And that about wraps up our list for today. Don't forget to hit that blue like button and subscribe for more. Do you have an experience with gamification? We'd love to see it in the comments. And as always, for more information about gamification, head to our website at gamify.com. See ya.
Yeah, so that right there was a great example of gamification and the 5 reasons why, people should be utilizing gamification. Look, there's multiple different ways that you can use gamification in your business. We want to make this very clear. Utilizing the metaverse is one way, but you can use gamification in your business right now with social media, right? You can gamify your business by sharing with people, hey, if you share this post, you'll get 15, 20% off of my services and products. You don't have to utilize the metaverse. And I see, Chris asked the question, are we sure that everyone wants to be that immersive? There seems to be a lot of pushback even still. Well, I'm here to share with you, a lot of people might have that aspect or that thought process, but the numbers and the facts completely go against that, due to the fact that by 2026, 25% of the world will be utilizing the metaverse for no less than an hour, right? And companies are implementing metaverse and immersive experiences such as Nike, such as Gucci, such as Johnson and Johnson, such as Amazon. And so when you say, or is this, even being adapted? Yes, it is. If these larger companies and these organizations are already implementing these things, then we probably should be having our ear out, and be implementing things of this sort for ourselves, especially knowing that I like to remind us that are a little bit more experienced, right, Chris? That just because you might not be, into immersed worlds or this environment, the average age of the world is 30 years old, right? And so these youngsters and these younger generations, because we are going through the largest transfer of money and wealth transfer from the baby boomers to the younger generation, these people want this type of immersive experience. And so, when we just talk about gamification alone, the global gamification market is projected to be from $9.1 billion in 2020 to $30.7 billion in 2025, right? So that alone just tells you the gamification. Like I said, it does not have to be in metaverse whatsoever. You can be gamifying your business right now on social media, bringing fun and entertainment to it, right? Corporations integration, over 70% of Forbes Global 2000 companies surveyed in 2013 plan to use gamification, marketing, and retention for retention purposes, okay? Once again, we speak facts, we don't speak feelings, and a lot of the times that's what happens as we allow our feelings, we allow our emotions, we allow our lack of knowledge and not making wrong or right, but not knowing the overall story out there of what's really going on. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to add, on top of that is that you can gamify in your current, role now, whether you own a company or whether you're within corporate America, you can gamify anything. You can gamify old traditional processes and systems. You can gamify, all the way up into being immersive. So this is kind of, think of like a car, right? You might like the way a Cadillac rides. You might like the real smooth of a Cadillac. It's not, it's not real shaky. It's not bouncy. You don't have a real rough ride. Or you might not want to spend the value of a Cadillac, and you might want to have a Toyota instead. Still a great ride, difference in a price range or price point. So it just comes down to what works for that marketing for that company. Yes, we share the immersive side of things. We show what is the possibility with on one end of the spectrum, but that doesn't mean that you can't implement a shape, form, or fashion of gamification and or Web3 into your current model. And that's what we're sharing, with, what David was saying is that here in the next couple of years, at least everybody will spend at least 1 hour within a Web3 space. And that has to, you have to understand they're going to bring it to you from your fingertips on your phone. So it's already available on your phone. And that is why companies are going to start moving over and utilizing, just like you're seeing, like when we log in and get into our world, a big old advertisement pops up to Walmart and their immersive gamification. And you go in there and it is full on game. It is not like walking into a Walmart store and being like, oh, there's all of these products I can shop. No, it's not a shopping experience. It's a gamification experience. And why are they doing that? Because it creates a different level of marketing capabilities from a different genre, a different targeted audience. As David said, the majority of the consumers are 30 years old. And so we have to stop and say, okay, because I'll be honest, I'm in my 40s. So that means I'm older than the standard range of consumers right now. I'm sorry. not the standard range, but the what is the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the general range of consumers is within the 30s, and that's still not the word I'm looking for. But my point being, at the end of the day, is that it does, just because we might be 40, 50, 60 years old and we've done something a certain way for a very long time, we have to be willing to learn new things, because if we don't, then we choose to not learn. And if we're not learning, then we're stunted our growth and we're not progressing, and we will get left behind. Catch a room that we had a few weeks ago, and we talked about that. Is your tech stating that you have, I wish it was an older way, you are asking to regress and go back into your technical debt and decline. And so to us, that's not very smart. And that's our standpoint, right? We are more progressive. We do things a lot different within the space. And that's because we can show you from one end of the spectrum to a traditional end of a spectrum. And so when we have these conversations about gamification, we have to understand that this has already been something that has been going on for years. We are not uncovering a new marketing strategy that other people are not utilizing. This has been something that has been going on for, at least the last 10 to 15 years. You, as consumers, might not have picked it up, because now, yes, but in the beginning, when they started the gamification marketing, it wasn't so, we weren't so hip to the game. We weren't alert to what was happening. We would just be like, oh, this is different, especially if you were playing like a game like Candy Crush or something. You would give 30 seconds of your time to watch an ad to get, whatever to play the next 6 games or whatever it was, right? And so it just comes down to the simple fact at the end of the day that there are different strategies in being able to market, and we're all looking for what will capture attention and keep attention longer and is more organic. That is the biggest thing. We want organic marketing. And I was just reading a little blurb the other day about Costco. I mean, right now, I'm sure you guys are seeing the lines at Costco are just, I guess, outrageous in the States. There's a lot of Costco's that lines are just around the building for people wanting to go to Costco after, different things have come out about, rolling DEI back and not rolling DEI regulations and protocols back, right? So anyways, Costco was talking about, their marketing strategy. And their marketing strategy is to keep the margins of what they sell very, very cheap. They actually lose money on doing the little what is it, where you stop in the little kiosks that you get to try the food or try the sample centers. They lose money with the sample centers. They don't make a whole lot of margin on the money that on the products they sell. Where they make their money is by selling an annual membership, that so you can have access to great deals, because they realize that most consumers are paying 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50% or more GP, gross profit. So, you might be buying something and you're paying a hefty gross profit that's paying the overhead and keeping the lights on at the store, paying the employees, this, that, and the other. And that's not what Costco does. Costco doesn't spend any marketing money on ads and advertisements, because they go by word of mouth. And they also go by the fact that you're going to pay for that membership, that yearly membership of millions of people that are going to pay for it, by the way. And they're going to then maybe use it or not use it. Who knows? But at the end of the day, they've accumulated that that purchase of that membership, and we move on down the line. Now, this part of the gamification of Costco, and most people don't realize this is gamification, but you feel like you're winning when you step in because you have the elite membership. By the way, anybody can go get it if they're willing to pay for it, but you feel like, oh, I have an elite membership, so I'm let into this club, Costco club, so that way at the end of the day, I can go in here and save more money. And I'm winning because I'm paying this small $97 a year membership fee, and I'm going in here and only paying 10% GP, where I would have to go pay 20 or 30% somewhere else. That is gamification, and people don't realize it. They think, well, that's just standard business, Tara. Yeah, but when people know that they have to go somewhere else, Walmart or Kroger or somewhere else, and buy bulk or try to buy bulk, and it's expensive, and they're spending 20 or 30 gross profit, margins, they're paying for that. And instead of the 10, 11, 12% that Costco puts on, this allows people to feel like they're winning, even down to the $1.55 hot dog and Coca-Cola, that they have not changed that price in 40 or 50 years now. And why? They were going to, over 2020, one of the executives came to one of the board members and said, let's change the price of the $1.55 hot dog and Coca-Cola, or soft drink. And the owner or the board member said, over our dead bodies, essentially, you will figure out how to keep that cut down, because that is a staple of who we are. Again, how many people show up to Costco after, a long day, and they need a little bite to eat, and they're like, you know what? I'll go get me a $1.55, hot dog and Coca-Cola, because at the end of the day, find me a hot dog and a 20 ounce or 16 ounce Coke that's going to cost you $1.55 in the States right now. Ain't going to happen. You would have to, you can't go into the 7-Eleven on the corner and buy for $1.55. That sets them apart. That's where you feel as a consumer that you go in and you're winning. So that's a traditional gamification. That's not where it's Web3, it's immersive, it's not any of that. But it's a gamification because you're paying for access to a club that you are paying less money for other groceries that everybody else is paying more money for. Period. Mr. Jones, pass that back to you.
Yeah. So spot on. And as Chris, shared on here, he said, I spent months on the Quest 2 to Quest 3, and I'm an avid gamer and not a big fan of that immersive. And that's, spot on. And you hit it on the head. Where, the great thing about the Hello Plaza, you guys can join us right now from your cell phone or your iPad. You do not need VR headsets. And a lot of the times that's what happens, is that people utilize the VR headsets and they get into that game mode. And, oh, how much fun can I have here? How much fun can I have there? It's kind of like that new Christmas toy. You get that new Christmas toy, and about 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, it's gone to the side, right? And you went back to your bicycle and going to the park, the traditional thing. And this is Nintendo. And the Nintendo. We remind people that, utilizing the metaverse for your business, this takes it to a whole new level. Yeah. Just utilizing the metaverse alone, you increase your brand awareness, you increase your engagement. And we've shared the facts time and time again of all the facts of how the metaverse, this 3D immersive environment, especially, right, joining from, your cell phone or laptop, your crusty, dusty website is obsolete now, where people can go into your Hello Plaza Mall and they can see your products, they can see your services, they can see everything that you have to offer. Just like with Roberta Pacino, she doesn't have to, have people go to a pizza place and look at her artwork at the pizza place where they're gonna put their sticky fingers all over it, and she got to beg, to have an art gallery or something. She can be able to have it, in her Hello Plaza studio where she can have it immersive and have, have gallery opens every single day if she wanted to.
Absolutely. And I wanted to share a little bit more what Chris was saying here about trying on the immersive headsets and kind of like it's not really your thing. Chris, I have to agree with you. David does great within the immersive headsets. To me, I'm I like the platforms that we access through your cell phone, the iPad, or the computer. For me, that's a personal preference. So I love that you said that. I also wanted to share that I was just watching something on CNET, Chris, that I thought was pretty cool. That they already have. There's a company that is creating a contact lens. Thank you, love. And it's a contact lens that will be able to allow basically AR, augmented reality, to lay over what you're doing right now, to where you can turn on the AR feature, the augmented feature, or you can turn it off. There was also a bunch of other really cool things that it was going to be able to do. It was going to allow you to probably have the capability also in this contact lens to be able to zoom in like your camera and that. But I thought it was a really cool feature that they're going to have that I wouldn't say fully immersive, but there's going to have that augmented immersive reality come through. And you'll be able to, whether you're fully immersive into like a world, whether it's a business and entertainment world, or whether it's a gaming world, or if you're just, kind of like walking down the street and you lay over your augmented reality, so that way Google Maps can show you where you need to take your next left on walking directions or something like that, right? So with time, it's going to evolve, and that's going to be the really cool thing. But I wanted to share that back with Chris because I'm not a huge fan of that full, with the headset. And that's just my own personal take, and David absolutely loves it. So, and I share that because we're a Web3 agency. And so you don't have, just because we're a Web3 agency doesn't mean, we all have to, love everything, and do everything within that realm, if that makes sense, right? It's allowed to be able to, fit and customize to what works for people. And I think that's the biggest thing. Love, back to you.
Yeah. And, while we're speaking of gamification, we want to encourage you guys all to come and check out the Hello Plaza in the metaverse, that you guys can be a part of our, atmosphere and part of our immersive environment, to where now you guys can be able to join us in our Hello Plaza. And now we've put together a whole entire guide, or should I say a whole entire playbook, for you guys to come and engage and earn and redeem, to where now with our products and services, check this out. Hello Pivot Pro, our membership. If you do not know about our Pivot membership, where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you, you literally can come into our Hello Plaza and spend some time in here, and you gain 1 point for every 5 minutes that you're in here, right? And if you get to 5 points, you literally get access to our Pivot membership. 5 points, guys, you get access. That's a total of 25 minutes, right? If you want to get a part of our Hello Executive membership, this is $27 a month. You only need 500 points, okay, to get that member access. Those of you that know about our VIP, if you have 1,500 points, you get that $97 membership access that we have for 1,500 points. So look, you don't have to pay the money to us. You just come into our Hello Plaza, and now you get access to our services and products. And then, if you want a content image, you got an event, you got a podcast, you got something that you want to have built out, and you need, a glorified Canva, image, we can build that for you. That's only 1,000 points that's required. You guys know that we actually handle clients' amazing social media, such as Gwen Nash, such as Miss Christine Cardi. Some of you definitely know Miss Leah Garcia. Her social media we take care of, including our own, and as others, you can actually have us give you a weekly campaign for 1,500. points. So if you don't know how to do social media, you need some help with your social media, you want some tips and tricks, boom, there you go. If you guys don't know that you can actually host your own live event in our Hello Plaza Metaverse, where you don't have to go and get, a whole studio or a whole mall. You literally can say, hey, I want to rent out, the Hello Plaza, and I want to do my book launch. I want to do my webinar. I want to do my masterclass. Hey, come on down. 2,500 points. We'll actually host it for you. You get an hour of our time that we'll do all the technical side behind it, as you've been seeing with Miss Roberta Pacino, Miss Merlin Clark, Miss Leah Garcia. You're going to start seeing some more with Gwen Nash in a little bit. And then if you guys need an apparel line set up for you, you want to figure out how you can add some additional revenue, we will help you. We will build out your actual apparel line, and that's 2,000 points, right? You want us to set up your calendar because you don't have a calendar, we can help you with that as well. That's 2,000 points. If you guys have been seeing our amazing AI motion works that we've created for several of our clients, 3,500 points, one of those are made for you. Mm-hmm. If you need one of your logos, you got a crusty dusty logo, you don't have a logo, you've been looking for a way to get your new logo, come on down. That's just 250 points. So we cannot make it any easier for you to get access to our actual products and services. And I'm going to do you all one big favor right now. Those of you that are listening to us now, we will give you access to our pivot executive level. That's 500 points just by coming in here right now and taking a screenshot and posting it and tagging us. You will get access to our 27 a month executive membership into our platform. That gets you a one-on-one, that gets you a starter kit into our actual Hello Plaza, and that gets you all the resources in our membership as well that you'll have access for that a month. So those of you that are listening to us now, jump in here, take a picture, right? Put it on your social media, tag us, boom, that membership is yours.
Steal of a deal.
Steal of a deal. So we cannot make it any easier for you guys to come in and join us into the metaverse so you can be able to experience it and really be able to see how they do in a business mindset, especially for those of you that are business owners and entrepreneurs and forward-thinking entrepreneurs and not being stuck in the past. And this is what I share with people. It's kind of like you still trying to, send a letter in the mail when there's email. It's like you trying to send a fax to email. It's kind of like you trying to say, hey, you know what? Let's still hold on to this fax to email. I'm loving this fax to email feature. It is so amazing. But hold on, there's email, right? You can just email it to them, right? Why are you doing that? Oh, I just love the fax to email. It works so much better. And I'm hoping that it goes through. There's email, right? And so this is kind of where we're in that limbo stage, especially when I hear people say, oh, let's meet on Zoom. And you meet people on Zoom and nobody shows up with their camera on. And yet people say, I just heard this lady say earlier, well, I don't know if I want to have my podcast in an immersive environment because people, really don't feel the vibration and the energy. I'm like, a podcast is all listening, all audio. What are you talking about? And people just don't hear themselves.
Yeah.
There's not a visual to it. So a lot of the times we don't hear ourselves when we say these things. And really it's kind of like holding on to a BlackBerry phone when there's an iPhone out there.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like holding on to, a flip phone when there's iPhone out there and say, oh, I don't know if nobody's gonna go gonna use the iPhone. What do you mean? It's more user-friendly, it's easier. And I know for a lot of us, for us, we don't have to show up. Right. And with our camera on, I ain't got to worry about my face, I ain't got to worry about makeup, none of that. And this creates a more immersive environment, especially when we get more people in here and people can show up in their avatars and be a part of this conversation.
Don't worry about your face. It's beautiful.
And we can be able to have these conversations. Love, you got anything else you want to add?
I said, what do you mean about your face? You're beautiful. He wanted to say, I don't have to worry about putting makeup on. So that's the beautiful thing about it. I will say, that's what I love about it. I love that we can show up every day. Right now, I have a ball cap on because where I'm working, there's a lot of sunshine coming in, and so the ball cap helps, shade my eyes. But I didn't have to do my hair because today we were able to, jump into, the metaverse in a not a full 3D immersive way. We're able to do it through the 2D platforms that we still have, which is why we showcase that, because a lot of times people think they have to have that immersive equipment, and they don't. You can come in, check these things out. It was like when we showed this to Miss Leah Garcia, for those that do, know and love Miss Leah as well. She was like, this is just amazing. I didn't know I could just do this from my phone or from my laptop. And it's like, yeah. And when she first started, it was like, I thought I had to have the headsets. And it's like, nope. And she's like, but I've heard you guys say that a million times and it just didn't click. And that's the thing is, as we share all the time. A message is going to land on somebody when they're ready to receive it. I'll speak for myself solely. I am one who, I've heard people share things over time, and then all of a sudden, because I wasn't in the space or the area of my life that was willing to implement that knowledge, I didn't use that knowledge. And then 5-10 years later, it's like, oh man. And now I need that knowledge, and I know where to go, or I, go find that person because I need that knowledge. There's a component that I'm trying to solve, a solution I'm trying to come up with. And that's a component I need. And so this is what happens with everybody. As we have these conversations, whether it's regarding gamification, whether it's regarding immersive realities, Web3 marketing, whatever conversation we're having, social media last week, it comes down to the simple fact as this information will land on the ears and those that need it when they need it. And that's what every message is about. Even the messages that people are putting, whether it's Gary Vee or, it's somebody else that's having a conversation, Ed Milet. I know a lot of times Ed Milet, there was things that he, was talking about that I would watch that didn't even land on me until finally I was in the correct headspace. And then I would rewatch it and I'd be like, oh, that's the information. I heard that, but I didn't hear it, And so this is why we have these conversations, to be able to showcase different avenues and being able to do different things. But we do have our, the short little video here to show you that Mr. Jones got teed up for us. So let's go ahead and play this little sponsor
You're a forward-thinking
video.
entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Yeah. And so that right there, my friends, was an amazing video of our Hello Plaza, our metaverse world that you once again can join from your laptop, your cell phone, your iPad, or your VR headsets. We can actually customize an entire environment for you. You can come and be a part of our Hello Plaza Mall, where we share with people. This takes us back to the old ways of shopping, the old ways of engaging, but from your phone. We're now, like we used to, go to the mall, you go for a pretzel, you go for a CD, you go for some jeans, and you never know what else you might come out with, but everything is in one centralized place, and that's what we're building for businesses. And so
pretzel every time.
a pretzel every time. So you do not have to worry about, you know, having to worry about how do you showcase your business. We continue to share with you guys that collaboration is the new currency, and it's the new currency in competition. And the only competition is time. And now we get to use our thought process and create things at the speed of light. And that's literally what this encourages us to do, especially those of you that are utilizing, you know, the LinkedIn live rooms, and you're really, you know, trying to figure out how you can be more interactive, because when you have invited people to your restream or to your StreamYard, they're not showing up with their camera on, and you're really just getting a circle with a logo image and an image in it, and it's like, oh, why did I invite you on here? Because now it's so boring. And then it just becomes, you know, so less engaging, especially if you try to invite 4 to 5 people. And then let me tell you something, trying to run these back office rooms, whether it's Restream or StreamYard, invite people to join into your link. Hopefully you have the upgraded version, because there is no backstage where you can see how their screen looks, how their lighting looks, none of that. It's just surprise, and here we go. And so, you know, with utilizing this metaverse, yeah, surprise. And so, you know, this is where the metaverse creates a whole new way of engaging and really being able to experience this in, you know, different way. We share with you guys, look, you can come in here and drive our golf carts like no other. I'm just going to run over Tara and David just for the fun of it, because I can, and nobody can say nothing, and I can't get in trouble at all whatsoever. So, you know, this is where we share with you guys. This takes it to a whole new level of being able, sorry, David and Tara, you know, of being able to take this and have fun with this. And that's what we are always wanting, is to have fun. And that's what we've created. And so definitely come and be a part of the Hello Plaza and, you know, learn more. And look, if you guys want to come and explore more from our Pivot members, go and check out more from Miss Lo, and check out more about Miss Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister, you heard me, Buttons Up Apparel, Miss Leah Garcia, Miss Denise King with CK King with CD King Naturals, and then of course Miss Merlin Clark as well. You guys come in here and have some fun and engage. And look, you know, you can come in here. You know, somebody was sharing earlier about, Chris was sharing earlier about, you know, being able to the big screen. Guys, we play movies in here. We play, you know, our YouTube channels in here. So you never know what you're going to get. Sporting events. We had our Super Bowl, you know, party in here. We're probably going to have the NBA finals in here as well for that event. So this definitely takes it to a whole new game when we talk about, you know, having business and immersive environments come together and utilize this to, you know, as a fun and immersive way.
And you know, when you ran us over in the golf cart, I was thinking to myself, and you don't even need to have insurance, you know, in case, like, you know, if you go out to like a club or a bar or like a sports center or something, and they have to have insurance in case something happens because there's people there. You don't even have to have that, because you could jump off, you know, the third story of the roof. You could get ran over by a golf cart and you'll be just fine. So that's the beauty of having virtual spaces as well. But we do have one last video that we want to play with you guys that are, you know, 7 amazing tips for your gamification campaign. So we're going to play that now. Stick around and check this amazing video out.
Today, I'm going to give you 7 killer tips to help you nail your next gamification campaign. But before I tell you how you can stand head and shoulders above the rest, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss our new videos that'll help you grow your business. Right, let's throw things into 5th gear with tip number 1. Know what you want to achieve. When it comes to gamification, it's easy to get lost in all the cool features, the story you want to tell, and the design. But before you get into that, you've first got to know what your goal is. There are 3 types of gamification campaign you need to know about, and it's important that you choose which one is most relevant to you. Firstly, brand awareness. If this is your main goal, you'll want to focus your effort on making your game as entertaining and shareable as possible. Fun is the name of the game. Secondly, lead generation. If this is your main goal, you'll want to ensure that your game is part of a funnel and features great call to actions to take your prospects to the next stage. And finally, in-game sales. Here, the purpose of your game is to persuade players to purchase your product. You really need to think about the best way to achieve this, and we'll go into how later in this video. Now, let's move on to tip number 2. Keep it simple. There are 2 things to think about here. 1, don't delay gameplay with complex rules and agreements, as this just overcomplicates the process from the very beginning. And 2, make sure the game itself is easy to get the hang of. Think about where your audience may be when they're playing your game, and don't waste their time. They may not be in it for the long run. They could have just clicked onto your game when on the bus, or maybe when sitting on the toilet. So make sure gratification comes early to keep them hooked and wanting more. Now, if you want to target mobile gamers, tip number 3 is for you. Use advergaming for in-game sales. Nothing works better than advergaming if you want to engrave your brand into the audience's mind without spamming them. Most people are annoyed when they play a game and they see all those adverts popping up everywhere. With advergaming, you can feature your products within the game itself. From a marketing point of view, it can boost your brand awareness and, without a shadow of a doubt, help you achieve a higher ROI if you give the users the ability to purchase your product as they play. Don't just focus on your product. Actually give them the chance to buy it there and then. For example, let's say you sell tennis rackets. Each time the player levels up, they not only get a better racket in-game, but are also given the chance to purchase it in real life. And because they've completed this level, they get a special discount if they buy now. Get the idea? Moving on to tip 4. Gamify existing processes. This is what the giant of retail Target did when they turned shopping into a game. This is one of my personal favorites. The brand developed an app with a 3D animated game-like experience in which kids could build wish lists and send completed lists to Santa. So why is this so smart? Because they know users are familiar with the process of online shopping and adding items to their cart daily. And if you're wondering if this was a success, hell yes. 1.7 million total items were added to Target guest wish lists. By taking something your audience are already familiar doing and making it a million times more exciting is guaranteed to make you stand out from your competitors. Next up, ignite competition. I'm going to let you in on a secret to make your game go viral. Competition equals sharing. People are naturally competitive, so what's the point of a good game if it can't be shared and played with your friends? By simply including points, badges, and levels within the game, you can encourage players to compete with one another. Then, on your social media, launch a specific hashtag and ask people to share their achievements. Do that and everything's in the bag. With word of mouth on one hand and social media on the other, you'll be ready to hit the motherload when it comes to getting that engagement. A great example for this is Nike. Maybe you remember when they launched their fitness watch. The process is simple. Nike Fuel is awarded to users after any workout performed with a Nike Plus tracking device and added to a personal points counter. Best part is you can share your results with your friends and compare to really amp up the competition. But whatever you choose to do, make your audience feel special, which leads on to tip number 6. No one is a loser. Here's one thing you need to know to keep users coming back for more. A lot of marketers get caught up in offering big ticket prizes, but don't do this. This just leads to gamers feeling like they're playing for an unreachable goal with low chances of success. Instead, what works better is to reward people for things like gaming time. They get their reward from the early stages of the game, which could be points, badges, discounts, and you get more engagement on the game. It's a win-win scenario. In fact, the accomplishment will help them feel a real sense of achievement, which leads to a positive association with your brand. Now, if you want to put the machine in motion, listen in on my final tip. Do an early push. One thing you need to remember when it comes to promoting your games is to make sure you add that sense of urgency that makes people want to say, bring it on. You could give 20 points to the first 100 people who download the app, or offer a free item for all players before a specific deadline. Same if you're launching your game on the App Store, as it's critical to get people in early. Do a big push so that your followers know when the game is launched and give incentives for downloads on the day of launch. A lot of people get this wrong by setting a campaign budget and spreading it over evenly for the full length of the campaign. But guys, don't do this. What you need to do is do a massive promotion within the first week to get those all-important early downloads. The more downloads you get early, the higher your ranking on the app charts, which is critical for your success. So that's it. No more excuses, guys. Time to go and nail your next gamification campaign. And feel free to get in touch with
And boom, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was a great video on, the reasons, the whys, different, strategies of gamification. And, if some of you are still a little hesitant on if gamification works, well, let me list out some case studies and businesses that have already done gamification. And some of you have probably already been in these gamification games. Nike, right? Nike Run Club and Nike Training Club. That was a gamification. Starbucks Rewards. A lot of you are definitely in Starbucks Rewards. That is gamification. When we talk about McDonald's, probably played this one. Remember the Monopoly game? That was gamification at its finest. Salesforce had a gamification. Fitbit had a gamification with its health tracking and gamification. Dropbox had a referral-based program, right? WAS had a navigation meets gamification. So all these companies, have had gamifications of implementing into their business, and this is what we just bring this to your forefront for you guys to listen, for you to learn, and more importantly, for you to leverage. And that's why, once again, the first 5 people that come into the metaverse, right? You take a picture of yourself in our metaverse world, tag us, put it on any social media, and you're going to get our $27 a month, executive membership that gets you a whole bunch of information, including all our master classes, all of our webinars, one-on-one meeting with ourselves, and we'll even help you gamify your business, whether it doesn't have to be in the metaverse. It could just be utilizing with social media. It could be utilizing with your products or services, having a rewards program. There's so many different ways that you can gamify your business to make it fun and to make it entertaining at the end of the day.
Yeah, and just take a couple more outside of that. Bath and Body Works, they have amazing gamification, as well as Victoria's Secrets. And so all of these big brands are gamifying, and now they're also utilizing immersive realities to gamify, because guess what? There's a different targeted audience in every sector. Yeah, you might not find, now this is the funniest part too, by the way, I was going to say, you might not find baby boomers in the, well, I stand corrected, because when we first got into 3D immersive worlds, the amount of people that we met that were over 40 or 50 years old in immersive reality was 10 to 1. We would meet at least 10 people that were, whether they were older millennials. Yeah. We were introduced to the metaverse by someone who was over 50. So I would beg to differ that when people say, well, it's a younger generation that's in the immersive, realm. Nope, not really. I actually have ran into and know more people that are over the age of 40 than younger than the age of 40 in the immersive reality. So again, it's just different opportunities of gamification. Make it fun. Make it fun. Like, for instance, Miss Leah here saying Happy Tuesday, champions. Miss Leah is a financial advisor, right? How can she make finances fun? How can she gamify finances and insurance to where you are intrigued and you want to know more, and you want to see how all of a sudden what you are paying turns into, eliminating debt and growing a portfolio. That's the fun part about it, right? And there's gamification marketing standards that they utilize to be able to showcase that. So again, every company and corporation is implementing gamification to some shape, form, or fashion. We're trying to make things fun for people, because exactly, we're not trying, we are doing. And I say that as a society and a community. Everybody wants more organic interactions, and that doesn't have to just be face-to-face. It doesn't have to just be through technology and FaceTime, but we want something that's more organic and fun and immersive, to where we are enjoying ourselves. Because a lot of times for 40, 60 hours a week, we're stressed out of something else going on in life, and we just want to find a fun time to be able to kind of go, oh, and why not, while you're doing it, learn more about something, right? So with that said, we're going to wrap up this amazing room today. It's been a great conversation to help you with gamifying your company. Please book a 30-minute conversation with us. We'll take you on a tour. We can show you all the different ins and outs, be able to review your business and what you're up to, and see how we can help you, or be able to show you, or even refer you to our Pivot membership, where there's over 100 videos in there that are already showing you how the things that we can do for you manually. So with that said, jump in, be curious. That's what it's all about. And Mr. Jones, do you have anything to add as we? Okay, great. I love it. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up this conversation with a whole lot of love,
kindness,
and integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment
and
consistency.
And until next time,
Toodles! Bye, guys. See you next time.